All right. So this is a community stream. This stream right here is for people that care about me and my platform, right? Aside from if you're here, if you support me for Ukraine news, there's no Ukraine news. You're not going to get any information from Ukraine. I'm going to be talking directly to people that care about me on this stream. People that care about who I am. So if you're going to come in here during this at any point, or even leave in the comments below saying this is about Ukraine, don't even do it. I'm just gonna instant time you out, or probably instant ban you. I'm letting you know right now. Do not do it. Do not say this is about Ukraine. Do not say that this is we need to be kumbaya together for Ukraine bullshit. This is if you're here for me. I got the cool music playing in the background to help cool me out. I got the chill music playing as it's going. You guys can hear in the background. I might roll up a safety meeting to help chill it out. This is for those that care about me and care about beyond. Present for Drew. If you're present for me, you're in the right spot. So I don't want to hear it at all. You're not going to get any Ukraine news out of this one. So we had a great stream tonight, did we not? And the night before, we had great streams. We're going to talk about the meta of what we got going on here. Great conversation with Dylan, right? And then tonight, great one, solo one, after a long day of the work at the state fair. And even before that, they've been going all right. I mean, I was kind of when I first got back from Ukraine, first couple weeks back, I wasn't really consistent on time, but I feel like I've kind of corrected that now. Right? I'm posting schedule. I'm kind of sticking to it. So I'm trying to correct that. I feel like I've fixed that, or I'm trying to, and I've addressed that. And then I mentioned it last night when we were live with Dylan, and roll up a safety meeting, because I'm just going to talk openly and you guys can just listen. And then I'm going to play some shit for you about what this is about. Because you guys know I always come with the receipts. I don't just come here to just ramble on with my own thoughts and opinions. I have receipts for you too. I'm just so tired of these two. But I talked about it with Dylan. I mentioned it at the end. I said, you know, it sucks because there's like, how many, there's like, what, me, Dylan, Combat Veteran Reacts does some streams, right? Georgie does streams on Sundays. Shout out to the Shills. They do Sunday streams. Rick the Ukrainian also does a Sunday stream. But who else does like day? And then Dylan doesn't even do daily Ukrainian streams though, or daily Ukraine news updates. Wouldn't it be beneficial to be able to combine with another platform, another large platform that is pro-Ukraine, and then combine the communities? Wouldn't that not be beneficial for Ukraine? Just answer that for me, please, chat. Don't even say anything else. Would two platforms that are so-called pro-Ukraine and having the two communities be intermixed with each other, would that be beneficial for Ukraine? Okay. That's what I thought. That's why there's so many people that do have platforms that immediately, especially if you are pro-Ukraine, that try to tag team it, try to do something together, right? There are people I've seen it from the beginning. Everyone has. So the Enforcer channel is the only other channel that I'm gonna have to speak good about them in order to speak about what I gotta speak about. But they're the biggest live stream coverage nightly of the war in Ukraine on YouTube, on the entire platform, out of everything. They have the biggest one. We have the second largest nightly. Shout out to Lore Hunters. We're cool. I'm cool with that though. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just being real. Like, it's cool. That's awesome. Number 2, second largest platform for all of the Ukraine coverage, and it's important, right? Because it's important information about what's going on in the war. So from the beginning, I knew this, and it is what it is, because, and I've talked about this before, we're getting roll up safety meeting, but there's people that might be tuning in that didn't hear what I had to say before. And this is it, because this is the warning. And I'm telling them right now, if they keep up with this and they don't even answer the shit that I'm talking about, because when I talk about them, it's pretty direct, and it's in relation to clickbait or misinformation, right? Whenever I have something to say in relation to the work that we're doing, in relation to the work. And I haven't said anything about them since I said I wasn't going to, since I came back home from Ukraine. Minus the Kerch Bridge, again, because they said it was destroyed for like the 18th time. It's become a meme now. They've said the Kerch Bridge has been destroyed 18 times. With the clickbait. And knowing that they're the largest live stream pro-Ukraine platform. And knowing that I also have the same I have viewers that watch me, that watch them. You want me to just say nothing ever when it comes to seeing misinformation? Because it's happened, and that's what happened the first time. So I gotta take you guys back to the beginning, because they're not gonna talk about the beginning. They're just gonna say the other channel. How many people we got over here? 6:52. It's early in the morning. I'm gonna talk about this again tomorrow night. I don't care. And I'm gonna play the audio too. But I tried blending the communities. I tried blending my stream with their community, because I knew what they had going on. I figured it out. I'm not stupid, right? I know who else is covering the war. So from day one, I tried to make it work so that way their community could coexist with mine. Change my whole shit around. Who was there for it? Change my whole shit around. Member Mondays became Member Saturdays. I haven't explained what had happened yet. I'm laying background until people get in here. Get your popcorn, whatever you gotta do. I'm talking. Even Facebook's got like 50 people tuned in. What's up? Good morning. Early morning. I'm gonna talk. I have the freedom to do so. But I changed my whole shit around so that way their viewers could still watch and comment and all that shit. I don't even know. I don't even know their shit, right? We had my stuff going on. I've been building my community since 2020. You can spark up with me. This is a 420 friendly stream, this one. No news. I'm just rambling, and I'm showing you guys what the hell they talked about tonight. I provide receipts, like I said earlier. I am gonna talk, but I also got things to show you guys too, for your own information, right? What's the issue? Are you jealous of the enforcer? Abso-fucking-lutely not. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing to do with jealousy. There's no jealousy about it. So, tried blending the communities, right? Didn't work out. They accused me of copying them. And they did. They lied about it later and said we weren't actually talking about Mercado, but they were talking about me because they had egged it on Twitter, right? Like I got the whole timeline. I got all these receipts too, if I ever do need these. Oh, and by the way, the lawsuit that they had filed is bullshit. Okay, the lawsuit that they had filed upon me, which if you don't know about that, I have that too, so we can go through some of the highlights of that. But they did file a lawsuit on me, and it's not even real. So don't even worry about it. So, back to the beginning. They accused me of copying them. And I'm not even gonna lie. The intro card, we copied the look of the intro card and we put a triangle in the top left corner like this. Okay, so I'm going to play just the beginning of the intro, and I want you to look and see where the intro card is. It's going to be like right here, okay? All right, so you see how we made it a rectangle? Well, it used to be a triangle. Okay, it used to be a triangle. It used to kind of go in the corner. So that's the only thing we had copied because it looked good. They had theirs in a different. We put ours in the top corner, and it kind of like looked like a similar style. To try to keep people like, you know, in tune with the war. Like, oh, like they have, okay, it kind of looks similar. Obviously, our styles are completely different. I'm on the camera. I'm talking to you guys like I always have, right? I am show my I mean, you don't even have to. I don't care if you don't show your face, but like I am very like on camera with you guys. I am like, we have other shit that we do. Like, you know what I mean? We have completely different styles. Like all across the board. We have the same, we have a map on the screen, and he goes through some video on, I don't even use Reddit. He uses Reddit heavily. I don't even use Reddit. But he accused me of copying him. And then he lied and said that, no, I actually wasn't talking about you. I was talking about something, another channel. So I let it go. And I said, okay. And then we were having a conversation on Discord. And we have a back and forth. DMs are going, shooting back and forth, talking about gaming. Because he knows I have a gaming platform, which he's made fun of constantly. Talking about the Snack Squad. Right, making fun of them, or making fun of my gaming community constantly. It is what it is. I'm not gonna file a lawsuit about it, but he does it. But we talked about it, and I said, yeah, we could do like a Tarkov stream, because at the time I was streaming Tarkov. My Snack Squad will know. They can back up everything I'm saying. Yeah, we can do that. We can build upon that. Maybe we do, because ironically, Dylan Burns has similar ideas. Like he wants to do a Baldur's Gate stream, and like it's gonna be way better. It's kind of like, this is, I'm glad that we didn't combine with this, and we have something better in the future. But this is I'm talking because I need to get this off my chest, and if I feel better when I do so. And plus, you guys need to understand what the fuck is going on here. So I thought we could do that. It was gonna be great. And then it came time to do the year anniversary stream with them. And they were, and I did not, and there's another, and I got another example of it tonight to show you guys, because I can't show the DMs because I don't want to risk even them trying to throw another type of a suit, because they fight legally. Anything that you accuse them of, they block you immediately. You're immediately blocked. Try it. I guarantee. Even LSA, even if you're a long time LSA, you know what you should do? I'll even give you this: safeguard yourself. Protect yourself, make a sock puppet account, and then ask them questions about their shit and see how fast you get blocked. See how fast you get removed, even if you've been a long time supporter. But don't use your long time account. I'm not even gonna make you do that, because I know for a fact that there's been long time Enforcer viewers that as soon as they ask them a question, blocked, gone. Like, what the fuck? I just asked him a question and now I'm gone. I'm blocked, immediately gone. And so anyways, the year anniversary comes along, and I didn't answer him fast enough. They sent me a thumbs up. They sent me a thumbs up emoji. They said, okay, good talk. Because my grandma was in the hospital. I've already shared this story so many times, but I know there's going to be other people tonight that might watch the Enforcer, that might have watched him tonight, that might be tired of him crying for like an hour, whining over super chats for like an hour during his super chat collections about woe is me. I'm trying to stay chill. I'm having a safety meeting, don't worry. So that didn't work out. So we didn't have the year anniversary stream. I wasn't a part of it. It is what it is. We had our own thing, right? We still carried on. I still had the stream. Fuck them, right? The next time that I had a interaction with him, or that I had called him out right after this, was the Kirch Bridge, which I have done now again. And this happened live. This is a live situation. My chat was tuned in to, because they watched both of us, which was fine. It still is fine. I don't care. But I'm near the end of my stream. I'm saying goodbye. I'm peacing out. See you guys tomorrow. And my chat comes in and says, hey, the Kirch Bridge. Hey, what's going on with the Kirch Bridge? Was the Kirch Bridge destroyed? And I'm like, no, I don't see anything. I'm Googling it. I'm looking it up. I'm on Twitter. I'm researching shit. What's up with the Kirch Bridge? Nothing. And then I go and I see that they have a picture of the Kirch Bridge on fire and shit. And it says Kirch Bridge destroyed. Like a recent example I'm going to show you guys. So then I say, guys, I'm sorry. Looks like they just did some clickbait. Looks like they did some clickbait. I don't know what to tell you. It's not true. The Kirch Bridge is still there. There was no attack on it. And then they corrected themselves the next day. Like they fixed the picture or something and said, oh, we just meant to say they did some maintenance on the railhead or something. Some cope. Then the next time, after that, was when I called them out for having a neo-Nazi as a thumbnail. They had Alexander Skachkov, who rewrote the Christchurch shooter manifesto in Russian, and they had him on their thumbnail. And then I also called out the fundraising. Because so often, and me personally, what I've talked to, people in Ukraine don't like the large nonprofits at all. And they've been told this. The big nonprofits, Red Cross, no good, really, for direct help to Ukraine. Money ain't going there. We're getting that information directly from people in Ukraine on the ground. So I had mistakenly, and my own community corrected me actually. Shout out to my own community. Shout out to my own chat. I had written that their fundraisers on Sundays, that money that is collected by the large corporate nonprofits is going to a slush fund. Okay, that's what I had said. Mistakenly, but mistakenly so. Now, the slush fund was more so a critique on what the large corporate nonprofits are doing with the money. It wasn't even about what the enforcers are doing. They have no control over it. YouTube hosts it, and the corporate nonprofit works it through YouTube. The enforcers just host it on their channel. We've done them all. We did them all the time. They're solid. The corporate nonprofit will get it. It's just a matter of how much, when the corporate nonprofit has the money, then how much is that disseminated to Ukraine? And that's been an issue, which is why we stopped doing the fundraisers for large corporate nonprofits. And we're directly helping Ukraine by raising money for vehicles. We're on our 5th one. So, tonight. After my stream, after I was like in bed laying down, I was closing my eyes. They're going live, and during their super chat readings, which is like an hour into their stream, they do like 2.5 hours of super chat readings, in which they have the map of Ukraine up on their stream. And now I'm going to pull this up. Now we're going to go through it. They pull the map of Ukraine up on their stream. Okay. And we'll just collect super chats for 2.5 hours straight sometimes. Maybe even closer to 3. And they do a news for an hour. Sometimes not even. We've looked at it. Okay. And they're just collecting money. Just collecting it. And they decide that any criticism, anytime that they receive a critique from somebody in their chat, that it's coming from somebody from my community, that I'm sending them there, right? Or something that it's coming from my side of things. And it's insanity. And this is why their Discord failed, to be honest. This is why their Discord completely fell apart, because they have this conspiracy brain. They have this belief that there's just people out to get them. There's that I have no idea, but it's exactly how their Discord fell apart. Listen, so one of their super chats during their trademark super chat readings tonight asked them about going to Ukraine. It seemed like that was the topic of conversation. Like, are you guys ever going to go to Ukraine? Which, how many times have I said personally that even though, I think I even just said it with Dylan on Friday, that even though I've gone, and Dylan said this too, even though I've gone personally, it doesn't mean you need to go. Doesn't mean anybody needs to go at all. You're doing what you can for support of Ukraine, if you so wish to choose to, in your own personal capacity. It doesn't require you to go there. Even though I went there, even though I'm going there again, it does not require you to go to the country. You can do as much as you can by just consuming the proper channel of information, being a part of non-misinformation, being a part of non-spread of misinformation. Simple as that. And that all that takes is you just tuning in, hitting the like button, sharing the stream. That's free, and that's it. That's literally it. And even then, you don't even have to do that. You could just be in the chat. You could watch, not even engage. You have the right to do so. You don't have to go to Ukraine. But for some reason, they got triggered by their chat asking them if they're going to Ukraine, and they had some things to say. Take a listen.
And the next one goes to Billy Gomes, who puts in a $10 donation and says, I've been to Ukraine twice since the war, and they don't see you as a leeching tourist at all. They appreciate the support emotionally and financially, and it's a great clarity of perspective to be there.
And I thank you so much for the support. And I think I misworded that wrong a little bit earlier. I don't think it's wrong to go to Ukraine and go there and enjoy it, but at the same time, it just seems like, to me, like, this is my thing. When you sit there and you go to Ukraine and you never get near the front lines, and you're not really there, especially in a position I'm in, to do business in regards of helping Ukraine, and you're just kind of sitting around and drinking and having a fun time and going to bars and stuff, I would feel pretty scummy doing that, me personally, because it's like I'm living off of the backs of everyone who's dying in the front lines and helping out the war effort, and it just feels really scummy to me if I was to do something like that. Now, I would go over there during the war, and I would be...
Okay, what a dumb fucking comment, right? What a dumbass fucking comment, right? You feel scummy by just going to Ukraine. Okay, going to Ukraine is a big deal if you decide to go there to help that, and the people in Ukraine are so thankful. They are so thankful, like, especially when me and Alex were walking around and they had said, where are you guys from? And we had said, I'm from Minnesota in the US. Alex is from the UK. Why are you guys here? Oh, we brought vehicles from, wow, that's fucking, oh, HIMARS, fuck yeah. Yeah, fucking HIMARS. And then they were excited because Alex is from the UK. The in-laws, fuck yeah, they loved it. They were all about it. And that was just in Kyiv. These dumb these two clowns would never go outside of their own home state. And here they are critiquing people that go to Ukraine, and they talk about going out and having a drink, going out to the bar and having a drink. Like, what the fuck do they think they are? John Sweeney, who's been a war journalist for what, like 35, 40 years? He has a beverage every night. You think, what do you think, they have anything on him? Do you think they hold any weight on him with this? They have like nearly now 160,000 subscribers and a sponsor now. Their YouTube channel. They're sponsored by what's that? It's actually good. The sponsor is good sponsor to have, but they're saying dumb shit like this with the sponsor. Absolutely insanity. It doesn't stop there though. They kept going. They were just in a mood tonight. So they listen to this one.
On this one real quick, Mandy. Someone said,
okay, you're gone. I don't give a fuck. This is like high school drama. Get over it. Go fuck yourself.
People are making money off this war no matter what. Hence the super chats. And I don't really get that premise, because for some reason, And I know where these people are coming from, because y'all may or may not know this. This little movement of people coming into our live chat and saying stuff like this didn't happen until another YouTuber started a beef with us a while ago, and then
And you're talking about me. They are talking about me right now. And I did not start a beef with them. That's why I laid out the ground story for you guys before this, because they said that. This is exactly what they do on their channel with their viewers. They'll allude to me. The MM channel, the M&M channel, the snack man, or whatever the fuck they called me once. And they think that, right? And what do? Even those that don't even watch my gaming shit. What do we do after I'm done immediately? When we're done with my news? Are we looking to their stream after? Because I know that they start their stream right after I'm done with mine, because I adjusted my goddamn time to accommodate for it. Because I streamed at 9 o'clock when I first started, which is when they start. I moved my stream back 2 hours, which also, it's not really upsetting to me because I can game then. Because we go to Snack Squad Gaming and my Snack Squad channel and game. I don't watch their shit. I don't send anybody to them. I don't care what they fucking, after I'm done with my stream, I'm not listening to what are they gonna say today? This was sent in my shit. This was sent to me. And it gets worse. And the reason we're going through it, because it gets worse. And I also have to show you guys the emails that were sent.
Live chat and saying stuff like this didn't happen until another YouTuber started a beef with us a while ago, and then acted like what we were doing was exceptional. But what's stupid to me is that this person wants to act like he's on a pedestal after he begged his viewers for money to go to Ukraine and have a vacation, which is kind of what we were touching on a little bit there, just in a broad sense.
Begged his viewers for money so he can go on a vacation to Ukraine. Begged his viewers for money so he could go on a vacation to Ukraine. And I had shown this from Enforcer Matt, and Enforcer Matt had said this. He had said this in the email. Here it is from Enforcer Matt, 72@gmail.com. Because they were begging me when I was in Kyiv, and they were doing it to harass me because the lawsuit isn't real. It's a fake lawsuit. They did that for show, which is what they all do, which is what they always do. And Matt said, "You're a cowardly bum. You're a man until it's time to face consequences, and then you chicken out," because apparently I wasn't accepting service because these dumb fucks they filed this fake lawsuit in their own goddamn home state, and then even file a federal lawsuit, which is what you have to do if you were to file a lawsuit across state lines. So they said I'm chickening out because I wasn't responding to their begging of being served this fake lawsuit. And then Matt says right here, "Enjoy your vacation, Andrew," while I'm in Kyiv. I think this was the day after the drone strike came in and the air raid alarm was going off. And these two say they support Ukraine when they can see the nightly news of the nightly missile attacks on the city in Kyiv. And no, Kyiv isn't the front lines. There's no risk of the Russians taking the city right now, but the city's been under, like, if you have the app, if you have the air raid app, you will see that thing's been going off 8 times a day now. It's nonstop. Enjoy your vacation. And these people and their supporters or their fucking community, which sucks too. Their LSA community sucks. Enabling fucking community, because these two on another level will make fun of dead soldiers. Well, they've made fun of deployments. They made fun of U.S. military deployments that haven't been to like Afghanistan or Iraq in their streams. They've made fun of U.S. military soldiers in their streams. And their fucking community enables that shit, so that's a whole separate story. And then they also enable the goddamn misinformation. Look there's the example. bridge destroyed. That was their latest, largest video. Bridge destroyed. Kerch Bridge is still there. Unfortunately, I wish this was true. I wish this could be a truthful thumbnail. I can't wait for the day that this is. Truthfully, I can't wait. The day that I can say Kerch Bridge destroyed, fuck yeah. Party. I wouldn't even care the day that it is that they put up another one. 10th time it's been destroyed. Kerch Bridge on fire, fuck it, right? But that's the shit that they do. But they want to accuse me of being a war tourist and saying that I went to Ukraine on vacation, both of them now, because Enforcer Matt said it in the email when I was in Ukraine, which I've already gone through this whole email strain. I already went through the whole thing in a previous stream. And they want to say, and the main one wants to say it tonight. This was their stream tonight. How does their community let them get away with this? Knowing that they supposedly support Ukraine, and then they get away with it by saying, well, they've raised $1 million for Ukraine, so that supposedly lets them get off with everything. That'd be like saying, well, James Vasquez fought alongside Ukrainian soldiers and took out some Russians. Trying to keep my blood pressure down. But they were doing this whole time. And my shit is literally critiques of their goddamn work, of their misinformation, of their news. Because now they're sponsored. Ground News, by the way. I thought of it in my brain. Ground, which is solid. Ground News is great. Great source to figure out where news lands politically, left or right. They do good. This YouTube channel now, these two, it's just sickening, and it keeps going. It got worse tonight, by the way. Apparently, they don't like when people ask them about their super chats. Which again, people. Hold on, let me see this quick.
And also, he also gets super chats as well.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't understand that premise, because people do have to make money working at a job. And while this is a war, this is also our job. And we have to cover this. And we also have to be able to support ourselves to continue to cover this thing like we do as a job. I do this 60 hours a week. So
fuck off. 60 hours a week, you guys. No. I work what, 12 to 12 right now? Or 6 to 6, 12 hours a day at the state fair, and then I still have time to do the fucking stream afterwards. I'm literally proving this wrong. 60 hours. Kiss my goddamn ass. There has never been a time. And then they complain because people ask them about their super chats. You know why people ask them about their super chats, you guys? You know why people you want to know the truth about why people are on them about their super chats? Because they spend 2 hours reading them every stream. Every stream. 2 hours. That's why people ask. Do I get super chats? Yes. I sometimes forget to read them, and I fuck up, and I'm sorry. It's like an extra part. Like if you guys decide on my shit, it's literally thank you if you decide to. I don't expect it, and we don't go through it. We don't spend an hour going through them and make that a feature of my stream. Nobody I know, not a single large streamer ever. I mean, unless they're on fucking TikTok, they're doing the AI bullshit when they're sitting there just collecting the galaxies coming in. That's what it is. It's the same type of algorithm. Nobody I know sits there and fucking reads for 2 hours. Okay, that's why. If they didn't do that, nobody would care, because nobody cares. And still, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But people do care when you're covering a sensitive topic, such as the war in Ukraine, and you're so highly critical of how other people are doing things. And then when people criticize you, you immediately throw legal threats and block and ban everybody and run your community like a goddamn conspiracy farm. It got worse because they kept going tonight. They do not like when people ask them about their super chats, and I'll read mine tonight. I promise you guys are sending them, and I'll read them. But again, that's why people ask about them, and also because they rubbed a portion of their community the wrong way when people were sending super chats for them to send a drone, and the drone never got there. Meanwhile, the shit we do, which is openly advertised by so many platforms now. Shout out to the NAFO 69 Sniffing Brigade. Get drones in there every other week. Too easy. And they know damn well that this works. They're just trying to be stubborn and do their own shit. And they mentioned it tonight too. Shout out to us too, by the way. Look at that. We'll finish that tomorrow. Let's try to get that to like 14K and then I'll drop 2K and we'll beat this. We'll finish this tomorrow and we'll start our 6th one. We're almost there. 5 trucks. Going on number 6. Which it's about what we can do to support Ukraine, right? When it comes to this. But they make it so much about them. And they did it tonight. Like, how can the LSA get involved with that? And there's already existing, like, why would the fuck would anyone care about what I'm not going out there I want to push NAFO. NAFO is a already internationally recognized thing. And there's the NAFO 69 Sniffing Brigade is already a well-established thing. I think I'm going to get the Orc Hunters, hey, we do great. Well, they said some shit tonight, like, we're trying to get the LSA in the government or something. Like, oh, NAFO's in the government, so we got to get the LSA in the government. What are you talking about, dude? But it got worse.
Either. So the numbers are just way off, and it's just absolute BS. And if you want to see, if you're from the other channel, because I'm sure they're now like a little hive over there. Oh my God, he's talking about it. If you want to see, just go to your guy and go click on his super chats thing and see the last time he ran a YouTube gift fundraiser. You'll see the same thing. They don't account that as a fundraiser. They act like that's revenue, which it's not. And that's why the numbers.
Better yet, ask him to show his tax returns since he's so transparent, and let's see what the real numbers say.
Uh-oh.
So Matt's calling for my tax returns now, apparently. Which, who the fuck does he has the right to call for my goddamn tax returns? And then Andrew says, uh-oh. Like, I don't file my fucking... I have a business. Mercado Media Productions is an LLC in the state of Minnesota. Feel free to look it up. I'm sure some of y'all super sleuths already have. And they do this shit all the fucking time. All this shit. And like little hee-hees. The shit I gotta say about them is direct at them. With receipts attached. Every time. They do little hee-hee ho-ho. Show your tax returns. Hee-hee. Two little fucking war reenactors. Not even ever gonna leave Alabama. They don't even ever leave their home state, but they do this shit.
Ask him to show his tax returns since he's so transparent, and let's see what the real numbers say.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, I released them when I'm not being audited. Come on, man.
Yeah. it's so that, hope that does address that fairly well. And we are
being audited. What the fuck? I'm not being audited for what? Being audited for what? They kept going with it.
Next one.
Right? And they're doing this, collecting super chats on this shit, you guys. That's why I'm showing it to you. So you can see this. They're sitting there collecting fucking money.
Seriously, though, like...
With the fucking... With Ukraine. The map of Ukraine up, just collecting super chats.
I don't usually say or ask for stuff like this because really, the truth is, it's none of our business. But since the individual is such an advocate for transparency, we would ask, or I would, that he release his YouTube 1099 tax form, because YouTube issues that to each and every YouTuber, and it's none of our business, but since he is such an advocate, If he would release it, that would put basically his money where his mouth is at that point. But I think you'll find out that he's probably not going to do that for a very obvious reason, and that would prove my point. But anyways, moving on from that.
Kiss my fucking ass. Kiss the darkest part of my asshole. Show your tax returns, bro. Yeah, and they're young. They're younger than I am, dude. I turned 30. Show your tax returns. Trying to insinuate that I don't pay my taxes. Right? These two little fucking... And these two live in a mansion. Right? These two live in a mansion. Collect super chats, talk about we're trying to keep the money running. Trying to keep the lights on. Their burger fund. They lived in a mansion. Their dad's a rich lawyer. Fucking dumb fucks. And then here this is just for the LOL.
Because we try our best, but it's always a little obnoxious because it's a never-ending thing. You know, we will try and drop it, and then that person will bring it up. Like, for some reason, we were brought up on their Twitter like 3 days ago for some odd reason, just out.
They blocked me on their Twitter. And they were brought up, and it was more than 3 days ago. It was exactly when did I say this? It was exactly 2 weeks ago. Because I put the same photo on Twitter. Where is it? So I don't know if they were in a mood tonight. I don't know if their chat decided to just ask some questions tonight. And they felt a type of way. But I'm done with it. So this is their warning. Due to the fact that I found out there, August fucking 12th, 3 days ago. Are they truthful on anything? I do have legal representation in order to deal with their bullshit lawsuit that they had sent at me. As if you don't know, I had mentioned earlier they sent a lawsuit to me. Oh, I gotta pull on. This isn't it. Let me try to pull up the lawsuit quick. So here's a lawsuit. Basically saying that I had bullied them, talking about where the money goes, and they were asking for $100,000 each. There's no countersuit. There's no suit. This was bullshit. This whole thing was bullshit. It was all just threats, harassment and threats. The actual harassment and threats were from them. And it continued. So I've already shown the emails, and here's the stuff that I haven't shown yet. So enforcement, this is how fucking psycho nuts these two are, right? Because they are. That's why their Discord blew up. I can tell you guys all about that someday. So Enforcer Matt reached out again after I had not emailed him back, because eventually at some point I stopped emailing him back here. So, Andrew, I asked that we put the tough talk aside for now and let's talk. We both exchanged words with each other and said some things that we shouldn't have said to each other. We both know that. No manipulation, we both know that at the end. Listen, sounds like I'm talking like this sounds like old me talking to my ex, trying to fucking be a little manipulative 19-year-old. I've seen that you said about a day ago that you shouldn't have used the word slush fund, which again, I told you guys earlier in the stream, but the same night that I said it, before they sent this lawsuit, I had already corrected myself. So they sent they even if the lawsuit was real, even if the lawsuit was a legitimate lawsuit, it would have gotten killed in court anyways. Because I had already corrected my statement before they even sent anything. I think you know why we are upset, but let's put that aside for now also. I want you to know that it is not my objective to bankrupt you and that I have no ill will towards you. We all make poor statements out of anger, and that was one of them. Oh, and he said, and if you watch, I will make the playlist now for you guys as soon as the stream ends. I'll go on my YouTube homepage and make all of the Enforcer streams I've done and put them there for you so you can go back and watch it. But he came at my recovery about my addiction, which I that wasn't any, like, I've talked about it openly to my stream multiple times. I've been clean since 2019. Shout out to everybody that's in recovery, living the recovery lifestyle like I am. But he called me a drug addict, and he does it on Twitter, and he gets his own community to make fun of that, and it's shown often. So he's trying to say we make poor statements out of anger, and that was one of them. Maybe apologizing for that. So I was reading it like that. I would like to talk to you on a private Discord call. Let's make it a friendly call with no hostilities or lawyers involved. It's not a gotcha phone call or anything like that. I want to speak with you about coming to an agreement to end this entire situation, including the lawsuit. You had mentioned that on your stream yesterday that if we had remained on good terms with each other, that we could have grown both of our channels much faster. I think we have both done our channels a disservice by taking this approach. He's fucking being a little manipulative, a little bastard, because I already said all of this. He's saying shit to me that I've already openly, publicly said multiple times. No fucking shit. We could end this and simply tell both our audiences that we have come to an agreement and to end the issue and have made peace. If you want to talk, we can agree to keep it confidential. Let me know and I can either join your server or we can find a way to chat on Discord. I should be available for the next few hours, Matt. So I said, Matt, I spent the rest of last week going over this email and discussing with my attorney, because I don't have a fucking time limit to respond to him. I will agree to this if you and your brother in writing agree to ending the lawsuit. I will put in writing that no countersuit will be attempted on my end. Your brother must be part of the call as well, seeing as all of the private communications have been conducted with you alone. You are absolutely correct in what you heard me say. I corrected my statement before the initial letter of retraction was sent the following morning. I wrote the slush fund comment on my YouTube community tab hours before my stream, and I corrected my statement during that very stream. Video of proof of this exists with a date timestamp. Then you guys sent me a letter for retraction. I retracted once again, but this time I had very negative energy over it because I had already retracted. To then get a lawsuit over the exact same thing I had already retracted multiple times. This is how it has come to at the point we are at now. From day one, I tried connecting your community to mine. I moved my membership night away from Mondays so your LSA could comment in my chat, so there wasn't a paywall. Your brother, who is the main voice of your platform, seemingly has zero interest in building bridges to others' platforms or shouting out other communities, or being a part of the greater Ukraine support community outside of their own platform. This is entirely on the both of you, and why before all the lawsuit BS, things between our communities were already souring. The real world does not send lawsuits for criticism, man. You can criticize my work all day long, it's within your right to. Especially if I'm wrong or I'm being not truthful on something, there is freedom of speech around that. I am a public figure hosting a YouTube channel and social media. I am subject to criticism from anything and anyone. I will agree to peace and make it public on my stream that we have agreed to peace. If you do the same. But importantly, you must terminate the lawsuit and also tell your stream that you have ended it. and be transparent. Exactly who it was you were beefing with, mistakes that were made, and I will do the same. And clear it all and finally move on. Kind regards, me. All right, then Enforcer Matt responded. Andrew, for the record, the slush fund comment remains posted in writing on your YouTube channel and has never been retracted. I didn't know I had to delete it. I had retracted my statement and said this is not what I meant and corrected what I meant to say. Nonetheless, in the interest of peace and to end the strife that has been caused by the conflict between our two channels, we will drop the lawsuit if you agree to the following terms. You, Andrew Mercado, agree to do the following. Oh, with the demands. You will remove any and all YouTube, Facebook, Discord, Twitter, and other social media posts, videos, pictures, etc. mentioning the Enforcer channel, Matthew Blevins or Andrew Blevins, including the slush fund posts. 2. You will make a statement to your audience on your next Mercado Media YouTube live stream that the slush fund comment was untrue, and that any suggestion to myself or Andrew were stealing funds is also false. Which I already have done that. I did that same night. 3. You will also tell your audience that the matter is being settled on good terms and that the issue is being resolved mutually. 4. You will avoid making any further derogatory or criticizing remarks about the Enforcer channel, Matthew Blevins, or Andrew Blevins. 5. You will refrain from soliciting anyone to harass Matthew Blevins, Andrew Blevins, or the Enforcer channel. 6. You will not pursue any action relating to this matter in any forum or capacity. You agree not to seek retribution or remedy through any means against myself, Andrew, or the Enforcer channel after this agreement has been reached. Also, any action that has already been taken as a result of the conflict will be dropped immediately. Myself and Andrew Blevins agreed to do the following. Right? You had 6 points for me. 1, we will tell our audience that this matter is being settled on good terms and is being resolved mutually. So again, this was sent on August 1st. August 1st. 2, we will avoid making any derogatory or criticizing remarks about Mercado Media or Andrew Mercado. 3, we will not pursue any further action relating to this matter in any forum or capacity. We agree not to seek retribution or remedy in this matter after this agreement has been reached. Any action that has already been taken as a result of the conflict will be dropped immediately. Also, as a goodwill gesture, an act of goodwill, we will absorb the costs that we have incurred by filing the lawsuit as part of this agreement. We'll absorb the costs of filing our own lawsuit in Alabama for you as an act of goodwill. If agreeable, we will prepare an official statement that will need to be signed by each of us. Let me know if you want to discuss Matt. Okay, August 1st. Date, right? August 1st. 7:54 p.m. August 5th. We have not heard from you since my last communication, approximately 4 days ago. Due to your lack of response, our offer of settlement is rescinded. Matt. Rescinded. Because I didn't get back to them. 4 days, within 4 days. And this is the exact same shit that happened with the Discord. And why I didn't get back to the main guy in time. Because my grandma was in the hospital. But even so, this was 4 days. August 1st. August 5th. Rescinded. Didn't respond to him. I should have just said I'm not interested. Didn't respond to him. And then tonight, because someone in their chat decided to ask them about their super chats and are you guys going to go to Ukraine? Where's the fucking drone? What do you guys, can we with our giant platform of 150 some thousand, God, that 1,000 156,000, can we do a vehicle actually and not just claim another person's vehicle like we did and say it's ours, but it's not really ours. And then they give them the same cope answer, and then they decided to come and attack me tonight on their stream like they always do. Again, when I go at them, it's over their fucking their content about what they're doing with their work, about saying the Kerch Bridge has been destroyed 18 times now, or putting a neo-Nazi as a thumbnail. But they'll do this shit on their stream, and they've done this shit. We have it all volume. So again, you know what? I'm gonna say this. This is what we can do. This is their warning. This is what they can do to remedy this. And there's almost 1,200 people watching, and you can ask them about this too if you're an LSA. I'm calling for a public Discord call with them, both of them. A public Discord call, and we get this handled and hashed over between us live on the stream, and we talk about it in front of everybody and be done with it and hash it out. Go back and forth, whatever it takes. Everyone's a part of it, and then move on. One stream. And if they're not down for that, they want to keep doing this dumb shit, keep calling my trips to Ukraine while blocking me on social media, while alluding to my channel, alluding to my communities, while saying shit, talking shit from the shadows, and then as soon as I respond by coming at their work, by calling their clickbait out, they'll send me a lawsuit. I'm done with it. They want to keep this going. This is their warning. They will get an actual real-time, real-life lawsuit. I don't want to do it, and I've been holding it back because going to a legal battle with them is going to take so long, so much time. I might not be able to go to Ukraine. So much money that they can afford. If you fucking saw how they live and the mansion that they live in that has a fucking fountain in their driveway. They can afford the legal war. I can't, personally. And I know I can't. I can't afford to go to a legal war with them. And they would go to war. They would send me, they would do everything, and their dad would be a little fuck. And just send it all over the place. And I can't afford it. And I can't, and as much as you guys are like, we will support it, I can't. It sounds so mid going to you guys, I'll send money to the PayPal so I can afford my legal fees. Like, that's so stupid. I'm not doing that. But if they're going to keep doing this, I have to do something, and I will use the power of veterans attorneys, because I did serve in the military, and veterans resources that have been shown to me, and do something about this legally. But I don't want to, because I want to get to Ukraine, not on a fucking vacation. The trip to Kyiv, as great as it was, still wasn't a goddamn vacation. It's a beautiful city. And that should tell you what they think about it then. Those who cover Ukraine every night, they're going to call a trip to Kyiv a vacation. Knowing damn well what I was doing because they watch my fucking stream. Matt watches my stream. I don't watch their shit. They watch my shit. What does that tell you? I watch their shit, these clips, when it gets sent to me, and I gotta show you guys, because this shit, they're getting bigger and bigger. And this needs to be documented for the future. Might not hurt them. This video, this stream might not like initially do anything now, but he keeps talking about running for president. He hasn't shut the fuck up about that. Talk about running for politics. Kiss my ass. You better not. We got a whole treasure trove of mistakes that the enforcers have made. Their political career's fucked. Keep it up, their lawyer career's gonna be fucked too. All right, I gotta go to bed now. I gotta wake up in 2 hours and go back to work. I vented. I feel better. I don't care. I don't care. I feel like this is about Ukraine. Kiss my ass. I've been there. I'm going back there. Fundraised a 5th vehicle. I'm about to drop $2,000 for Ukraine on the goddamn truck tomorrow. I dedicate my life to this every day. Now I'm working 12 hours a day to be able to fund my next trip to Ukraine myself, so I don't have to be like, hey guys, I need help with the fucking thing this time. I can cover it. So the stream is on its own. There's no Ukraine information in here. There's Ukraine things around there, but this is very much personal. And I do thank everybody, and the majority of you guys support. Majority of you guys are here for me, and you do care. It's the minority that are annoying and are like, keep it about Ukraine. I don't care about your then fucking tune out. But the majority of you guys do care, so I do appreciate that. But if you're a viewer of both of us, I would really hope you would examine what the fuck they're doing. So really, that's who this video is for. Then, if you're a viewer of both of us, which those lots of people exist, and you can still do it. I don't care. You can watch them. There's no competition. You notice that you notice how it's only with them. It's a competition with nobody else. Not even Operator Starsky, who has like what, or Archer Ray, who has like 700,000 subscribers, and me and him are hanging out. It doesn't matter. It's not about that, right? It's not about the size of the platform or what, you know what I mean? It's people that are like-minded for Ukraine. And with them, it's a fucking, they're in competition mode. It is what it is. All right. Now I'm going to go to bed. Thank you, everybody. You guys, oh, super chat reading time. All right, what you got? Anyway, do you guys have anything to hold on? No, we're not done, because I want to open this up to my community quick on Discord. You guys have anything to say? Because you guys are a part of this too. Yeah, I got the Discord call open. You can raise your hand in there. Dr. Dean, 1 month membership. Herfy, 9 months. I'm going to keep going. Bendy, 9 months. We stand with Mercado Media. 18 months from Danger. Hope all is good. 10-month membership from Blue Eyes. Just keep up the good work. Forget about them. It's hard. I can't. It's like, how do I, when they had a legal threat against me that was fake, and then they keep doing this. Show your tax returns. Like, they're the type of people that are going to get people calling me. That's the type of world that they exist in for real. F. Bert and Ernie, you are a big bird on the block. Dennis Hill, level 1. Carrie, level 1. Black Cloud Actual, member for 7 months. Like, they got people on their Twitter harassing me, like, and they retweet it and shit. Danny G, 17 months. We got you, Andrew. Thank you. Krista Sullivan, you're the best. Don't let those bozos get to you. They're clearly jealous of you. Thank you, Krista. Last one, 207, 5 months. Aussie T, we got you. Don't need to ask. Thank you, 4 months. Anna. Armand, 2 months. Enforcers have 2 talents: misinformation and stealing good people's money. They are disrespectful toward Ukraine. It's shameful. It is very. Herfy, thank you so much. Merc, you were your biggest fans from Don C. We got your back 100%. What you did in Ukraine was dope. We can't wait for what's next. And it's ironic because their comments too, when they're talking about, oh, it'd be one thing if they got closer to the front lines. We're getting closer to the front lines this time. It's so funny because their comments align with the same people that were trolling me for going to Ukraine, ironically. The same people that are anti-Ukraine, that are anti-aid to Ukraine, that were like, oh, Kyiv doesn't look like a war zone. It doesn't look war-torn. Are you there on a vacation? And these two dumb fucks were saying the same shit because they're a part of the same communities. They're not really for Ukraine, you guys. Slava Ukraine. It's a joke. They're grifting. They don't care about Ukraine at all. It's a money gathering scheme. Paying for their fucking their lawyer school. Koala Bear, you worked hard for this trip to Ukraine, driving, doing all the breakfast show, nightly streams, and sharing with all of us the experience of Kyiv. Stay true to you. Thank you so much, Koala. Queen Sham at 12-month members. Don't let them get to you. Just know you're the truth. David says, fork 'em. Anna Holmgren, you are the real deal. We love you and support you. Thank you so much, Anna. Magic Sky Girl says, it's such a shame that you have to go through Such BS when we all wish for is to serve the public with your Ukraine war coverage and any other relevant and or breaking news. Just know that we are here for you, and we rally to support you in any way necessary. Armored Wraith Bastard, additions to your coming delivery. Love your work. I'll help with what I can. Nils, 9 months. Tell them to go suck a moose. Steven, thank you. Keep up the faith. Martin, thank you guys for the support. Thank you. You don't have to do that. Thank you so much, though. But that's their warning. I will take legal action if they don't abide by my request. It's a demand now, actually, that we do a Discord call, and there could be a third party host of it too, of their choosing if they want. Like a third party, someone that wants to host a debate, I guess. I don't fucking know. It'd have to be a conversation, but if someone wants to middle ground it, to get it out of the way, this is how you fucking handle it. You talk about it, but they won't. They'll sit there and allude to it on their channel for over a year. They will never say me. They still to this day have never said Mercado. But that's how I'm gonna end it. I Discord call in front of everybody, not Ukraine news. Enforcer Mercado discussion stream. And if they're not about that, then you know what they're about. They're gonna just keep running their fucking mouth. I'm done with it. LSA, that's what it is. Discord call. I'm sure you guys are about that too. I'm not running. That's the other thing they said. I was running. That's the other thing they said. I was running from their lawsuit by going to Ukraine. And then tonight on their stream saying openly that Ukraine was a vacation. I got some people with their hands raised. Hold on. Let's take some community words. It might help. I'm going to smell. Legendary. Yo. I can't hear you, buddy. Let me I can't hear you for some reason. Let me go back into the news comms thing on the Discord app. This thing's been fucky. Let me move over. And everyone else that has their hand raised, just re-raise your hand. Enforcer is, yes. Yes, they are. And if you're an LSA fucking fan, you can have some words to say too. I don't care. I don't run from shit. Okay. All right, I got it back. It's like why people like James Vasquez get called out, who in a way actually was like as shitty as I'm not excusing any of the shitty shit he did. He deserves everything, but like at least he fought Russians and was like on the ground in Ukraine. And then beyond that, he's a piece of shit for being a grifter. But why does James Vasquez get so accountable? And then people like the Enforcer get to do this. Get to play this fucking game, dude. You get to do this shit. Why does he get away with it? Anyone have an answer? Anyone know? Why do they get to do misinformation, fucking bullshit, clickbait titles, make fun of dead bodies? Leathercat, and then I'll just go in a row here.
Hey, dude.
Hey.
I feel for you, and this whole bullshit with these two chuckle nuggets it's entirely about rich entitlement, and quite frankly, they're jealous. They've never done anything military-wise. Nobody in their family, as far as I know, has ever been military. You were active military. You've been there. You know what the hell you're talking about. You're the real deal, and they can't deal with that. Between you and Starsky and Lee from KLW and everybody else who's actually directly involved and has been directly involved, many of them from ever since 2014, they're jealous as hell that they can't be, all high and mighty. And so they're pulling this whole grift. And because, we're, rich and we can do all of this and blah, blah, blah. And then they're basically taking people for, gullible.
Yeah.
Because cult of personality. It's the same thing as their, favorite little glorified Cheeto.
Yeah.
It's all cult of personality bullshit, and they lure people in and then pretty much betray everybody that they quote unquote make promises to that they have no intention of keeping. Hence the drone that suddenly got lost and we don't know where it is and blah blah blah. It's a bunch of bullshit. They're a bunch of rich entitled brats that have no life and nothing real to offer.
Yeah, it's sad.
They're jealous of people like you who really are the real deal, and you show exactly what you're doing. You're completely transparent across the board. I'm sitting here watching all this unfold, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these two idiots?
Yeah, they don't show or talk about anything. It's
like, why can't they just simply shut up about it, let it go? They're the ones who started this damn war between you and them and them and everybody else that they've been going after.
Yeah.
It's all on them. It literally is all on them. All they have to do is shut up and quit talking about it, and the rest of us, continue on with what we're doing, helping Ukraine, because that's the whole point of this. It's literally the whole point of this. Helping a people who are suffering genocide from fascist totalitarians who are hell-bent on completely annihilating everybody that is an ethnic Russian.
100%.
That's the whole point of all of this, is trying to help them. And then you got these two idiots who can't get their heads out their collective asses, quite frankly.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Leather. You're taking some of that.
You're
You're taking some of the energy. You're taking some of the. I'm feeling a little better now. You're being like,
dude, you're the real deal. We know you're the real deal, and that's why we're 100% behind you, dude.
all right. Thank
Just
you so
remember
much.
that.
Thank you, Leather.
No problem.
Yeah, it's horseshit. It is. It could have been different though, like I've said. And no, we're not gonna. No, I do not want to do a private call. You saw the fucking. I already showed the psycho fucking email that he sent me that I didn't respond to him fast enough again. And they said they rescinded the offer. We were gonna do a private Discord call, and I had agreed to it. I already read it all out earlier in the stream. I laid out everything that I said. And now I was going through this though because I had some responses to their bullet points that I was gonna email back like. I'm not removing, like, one, I would have said, no, I'm not removing every fucking mention of you everywhere. I'm not doing that. I would have agreed to removing that specific post. I would have agreed to that, but I'm not removing I'm not removing every mention of them ever. You will avoid making any further derogatory or criticizing remarks. I'm not going to agree to that. Why would I agree to that? I can't criticize them? No. Not doing that. Just like I would never make them sign something to say you can't criticize me. I would say the only thing that I would put there is kill your lawsuit and then tell your audience exactly who you've been talking about. My name, me, Mercado, or Mercado Media, or Andrew Mercado. And say he's the one we've been talking about. He's the one that we've been having a back and forth with. We've made mistakes. He's made mistakes. We're ready to move on. Let's rock and roll for Ukraine. Even that would have been great and acceptable. Wow, that took what, 10 seconds? Something as simple as that would have been great. Simple. I would have been, wow, look at that. Yeah, we talked. And then I wouldn't have shown this, but I've been, yeah, we emailed back and forth, handled it, had a private call. But no, at this point, it's got to be a public call. It's got to be a public discussion call, like I have with Dylan, but it'd be with those two, both of them, in front of you guys, and them, and their LSA, and we hash it out. Separate stream outside of our Ukraine war news, and that's how it's got to go. And if they keep this up and keep calling my Ukraine trips a vacation, and then keep calling, and then keep saying they need my tax returns for some reason, which that it's meritless. Whenever you said they're so about accountability, the accountability I'm talking about is their goddamn thumbnails and their fucking streams. And their misinformation. And then the accountability I was referring to was the large amount of the large corporate nonprofits and where that money goes that nobody knows how much exactly goes to Ukraine. But that's not their problem. That's on the large corporate nonprofits, but I've already made that clear. The only accountability I've ever called for them was for their fucking thumbnails and their misinformation clickbait bullshit that adds to the misinformation space. That's it. Beyond that, I haven't said anything about anything else. Well, if you've heard me ramble, now I'm actually going to go to bed. Oh, no, I got a few more people that had their hand raised. I can't. Let's hear Legendary and Magic Sky Girl, MC Liquo, and 3Dom.
Hey, mate, can you hear me this time round?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry, my voice is a little bit like yours.
Yeah,
my young
yeah,
daughter.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
It gave me a bit of the lurg. I'd love to say it's from a safety meeting, but it's actually just a cold. But yeah, I hear your passion in your voice, man. Like, I've been on a couple of times, and normally I joke about Vegemite and Marmite and some other funny shit, but hearing the passion in your voice, my son's 13-year-old birthday today, and just hearing it, man, like, keep on doing what you do. You've got the Aussies back.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 99% of the chats is going to back you. Like, it's so clear to anyone with a logical brain that can follow the sequence of events, and you've kept your cool, you've kept your calm. And even though I know that sometimes you've wanted to rage against the machine and go hard, you haven't, and you've done the right thing. And anyone on any planet, even though there's some weird people on planet Earth,
Yeah.
fuck, man, keep on doing what you do. And I'll keep it short because I know you've got to sleep,
Yeah.
and I know other people got to chat. But thanks, mate.
Well, thank you so much, Legendary, for your comments. It's really helping, buddy. We'll do the normal Ukraine related member discussions on Monday on Discord.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, buddy.
Yeah,
All right. So we'll talk again. That's for everyone too, by the way. For the members on Monday, people have been asking. We'll resume those again Monday. Magic Sky Girl. I have a few more.
Hey, Mark, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What are your thoughts?
So my thoughts are, first of all, I want to thank you for keeping on to talk to us because I know you need some sleep. I don't know if you're seriously looking at doing a Discord call with live with these clowns. But I do hope that if you do decide to do that, whether it be live or personal, that you have an attorney present, because this family is just completely drenched in litigious activities.
Mm-hmm.
Their entire livelihood is based on litigious activities. Mom and dad are the very same, and these two boys have been raised to do just the same. And so, yeah, they're out to completely bankrupt you. That's their only goal, is to completely bankrupt you. And just want you to be properly prepared. And I mean, you are prepared. I mean, you present yourself in such a good way. You're very professional, and Legendary Ghosts couldn't have put it any better. You remain calm in the face of such bullshit adversity, I commend you for that. But I just really hope that you have an attorney present with any communication you have with them.
Right, and that's why it's so sus, because their attorney is their dad, and all the communication has been through Enforcer Matt, like all of it, all of the documents, everything. So and they won't, and then even when I've stopped emailing him, they continue to email me, and you know that they'll block me on Twitter, but then still say that they see my tweets, or like it's so egregious. And then they accuse it's that's why their Discord failed, why their mods came into our Discord, right? Because they accused their mods of some shit and like started a whole conspiracy. And that's what it is with our shit too, just causing a whole conspiracy of just nonsense instead of just addressing the situation and being upfront about it and saying, hey, this is what's happening. Being transparent about it instead of making it something weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, all I have to say about that is that, first of all, I don't think these two boys, which is to me what they are, have ever been held accountable for anything in their life. And so that gives them this brazen outward ability to just attack because they feel they will never be held accountable. But I don't want to keep this going on. I just want you to know that, you know, we love you. Your community loves you so much and trusts in you and admires you for the way you've handled your journalism as well as this bullshit. And I just thank you for staying up late and allowing us to vent with you.
Of course. Thank you so much for doing so. All right, Magic. Come on back. You guys that are the members on here on Monday, and we'll talk more about Ukraine. MC Liquo, then Vladinator, and then Freedom. Thank you, Magic. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool, because my earphones broke like a few days ago. Anyway, yeah, man, we're really proud of you, and I'm honestly like my soul screams to me to ask you like whenever I get my PTSD figured out, because I ended up getting in a bad car wreck and pretty much dying in a car wreck. When I get it figured out, I'm gonna try to come and actually visit you and hang out with you, if you're open to it.
Yeah, I
I
think what I would do eventually, probably next summer, in Minnesota, probably rent a park space that is a playground, because people can bring their families, and do a meet and greet finally in Minnesota, because people have been asking. Yeah, I'm gonna do one because people have been asking, especially at the state fair, but I can't have one at the fair because it's private property, so I can't like host something at the grounds. But next year, like there's really nice parks I can rent a space and do a meet and greet there.
Yeah, because it'd be really cool to actually meet somebody like you, man. Because I don't know, this my soul screams, like it screams. It's like, dude, go and because I lost a really good friend for 13 years. Since middle school, I knew him, and it's been a very difficult pathway. But I realized that they were more or less using me instead of actually becoming my friend. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't I go out and search for people in my life that shares my common interests, that shares the same type of energy that I'm looking for, and build from there. And I believe that's going to be the strongest bridges made. But yeah, man, the community, everybody in the community except the bots, of course.
Yeah,
we definitely support you and everything you do, man. So I know for sure that you're a strong person, and the only way is up from here. You're not gonna it's not gonna decrease. You're a hero, man. You really are a hero.
Thank you so much, MC. Well, I'm gonna let you go, buddy, and I hope you come back on Monday for the Ukraine news. Thank you so much for the compliments and the kind words.
No, thank you.
All right, buddy. All right, that's MC Liquo. Let's keep going, Vladinator. Couple more. Thank you, Steven. We have Vladinator and Freedom. And then we'll call her a night. And people that just started watching can rewatch so you can see everything.
Hey,
Hey,
firstly, I wanted to say, Merc, if I'm a lawyer. I studied 6 years to be a lawyer, and if I was American, I would be doing your case pro bono for sure. And look, I am a bigger bloke. I got a big build, and if you see me in court with my suit, like I just destroy. And so I really wish I was American. Just to point that out. What I wanted to say is this has all got to do with intention, and I want everyone to really pay attention to that. It's intention, and if you harass someone, and if you go like out to the somewhere and you harass someone, that there's an intention to do that. And what I'm really pissed off about personally is that there's an intention, a pure intention to do so, because why would you put that on your video, purposefully aggravating a topic which you left behind? And, you know, I applaud you for your behavior, and I'm so angry that they decided to go out of their way to completely harass you. I'm really, really angry about it, and I think that they have the intention to do so, and the intention is the biggest thing, and everyone needs to understand that if they had the intention to continue to harass you, and that's something that's extremely important to understand. And that's something that I just can't forgive. The second thing is, I really think people need to call out shit. Like, I'm sick and tired of people going, oh, you know, oh, let's just talk about Ukraine, or, oh, you know, call it out. Call it out. And what I'm saying about call it out is not call out like little tiny bits and pieces, but where it's pure harassment, say, hey guys, like this is not on, you know? And I really think that that doesn't happen enough, you know what I mean?
yeah, trust me. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir. I felt the same way. I felt it for a while, like especially among like the YouTube community, like beyond KLW and Zabby, you know, people that have channels, they haven't said anything, and it's just kind of egregious because it's like to people on YouTube like that have millions of subscribers, like the big YouTubers, like, you know, the ones that we see always recommended. They criticize each other all the time. They're in their thumbnails and shit always, and they're talking about another creator or whatever, or like something, and
that's what makes good content, though. Sorry to say, that's what makes good content.
It makes
and
people
science
listen.
is built around criticizing each other. Science is built around criticizing each other. Like, everything in the world is built around criticizing each other. Law is done about criticizing each other. Like, you can't have good discourse, good news without criticizing each other. And like the criticism is different from harassment. And what they're doing is harassment. There's an intent to harass. This is an intent to harass. If you're criticizing, you pull up a video and say, those facts are inaccurate because look at these facts, and actually fact check it out. Yeah. But the other thing I want to say is, from a more personal note, is I think what you're doing is inspirational. This is another part of it, because back a few months ago, where they called you out for being having been you've recovered from an addiction. That's should be praised, right? And I find your journey inspirational. I find what you've done, gone to Ukraine, everything you've done with Mercado Media, inspirational. And I am so sad to see that someone who has a huge following, who makes a lot of money out of this stuff. We're not talking about little pieces of change, 1 cent here, $1 there. We're talking about a lot of money. You know, $2 to super chats. I personally think it's egregious. Like you said, it's egregious. And I really wish more people called it out. And I really think people need to do that, because there has to be some element of responsibility. If we're all quiet and people are allowed to do this, what's the point? What is the point? You know?
Exactly.
It's just fucking nuts.
Yeah, I have no idea why they've gotten a pass and why they keep getting one. I don't know. I really don't. Because maybe they draw the numbers, and that's why people see like how many people, because they report on the side of Ukraine, obviously, like, you know, their reporting isn't they don't do Votnik reporting, right? They're not propagandists in what they're talking about. They stretch the truth and they will pump misinformation with inflated rhetoric and lies about things that aren't happening. But it's even with that, it's things like, you know, the Kerch Bridge blowing up, which is something that pro-Ukrainians or people that are for pro-Ukraine are waiting for. So it's nothing like Vatnik egregious. So I think that's maybe why they're getting away with it, because they're still, I mean, they are on the Ukraine side and they have a big platform for doing so. So they're getting away with a lot.
I personally think it shouldn't matter. I personally think it shouldn't matter if we're all for Ukraine, we're all for Ukraine. And I completely agree with that, because what's going on there is a genocide of the greatest proportion, the greatest conflict in the 21st century. The first time anyone's breached the Westphalia Pact, if anyone knows what the Treaty of Westphalia is, since 1945. It's completely, but I think people really need to call it out. And that's like for personally, when it comes like mental health, people see stuff happen all the time. People see discrimination happen all the time, but people aren't willing to call it out, to just say, hey, look, there's an element of responsibility. Everyone has responsibility to act in an appropriate way. And I really feel that there's an element of, if we're a community, we need to be a close community and focus on the goal of helping Ukraine. And if we're not helping Ukraine, then we're not helping Ukraine if there's people harassing each other. That's not the point. And I think that needs to be called out. It makes a better community if we can stop that sort of harassment, because it's a form of abuse. And right. I don't like to see it happen to someone like you, who does a fantastic job, and your whole everything you do is for Ukraine. You know, you're working the state fair now, doing a fantastic job for Ukraine, and they have the intent to cause you harm. And I'm if I was an American lawyer, mate.
Yeah.
If I was an American lawyer,
yeah.
He'll get another. It'll be.
Well, thank you, thank you so much, Vladinator, for your kind words, positive words. They're it's. Thank you. Thank you for addressing it. Yeah, it just is, that's why I do this. That's why I talk about it, because and I'm doing it aside from the Ukraine news stream. Like, it's in its own stream, but I could talk about it whenever I wanted to. Honestly, it's my own platform. You know what I mean? Like, somehow people have, or certain group of people have told me, like, you know, don't talk about it at all, and it's like I don't work like that anyways. So, you know.
Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work. You like every single vehicle about 5 vehicles. You know, like this is like just amazing. Your channel saving lives. You know, like that story of that vehicle being medevac. You know, they're medevac vehicles. They're saving lives. Yeah, your channel is saving lives. You know, and this is not something to be undercut. It's not something to be. It should be encouraged. It should be promoted. And each life it saves is infinitely more worth than anything, you know. And the Ukrainians, they suffer so much, and the fact that we all give back to it, and you give back to it, you know, in what you do and spreading the proper information. It should only be applauded. And I find your story and everything you do inspirational, even for me. And mate, you know, I went through, I've studied, 6 years. I've been a lawyer for nearly a decade, but, you know, man, like what you're doing is an inspiration. It's inspirational.
Thanks,
and buddy. I really, tip my hat to you, man. I really do.
Thank you so much, buddy.
I hate to see this sort of stuff happen to you.
Thanks, buddy. And like what we can do is just call it out and then move on. Like tomorrow night, I won't talk about this during the war stream tomorrow night. We'll just do our thing still. But I will, if I do need to talk about some things, I will do what we're doing right now, and it's no problem, right? All right, Vladinator, I gotta take 3 Dom and then go to bed. Thank you, buddy, for the.
I'm always here for you, man.
Absolutely.
Wishing you all the best.
All right, till next time. All right, Vladinator, and also everyone that's communicating. Let's hear from 3Dom NRG Thank you, Roger. If this is how the enforcer runs his channel, imagine how he would run a political office. He's tried. He's ran. He
Hi.
lost. Hey, how you doing, 3Dom?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. I just want to say, like, I'm from the UK, and I want to have a longer talk with you sometime. I don't want to say we want to meet together, really. You know, if we meet in some time in life, that's all good. But you're an amazing reporter. You go out, you do what you say you're going to do. This enforcer stuff. They're just idiots, man. You know, they're wasting all this mental energy and all this money and stuff when all of that mental energy could be going to saving the lives of people in Ukraine. And that's exactly what you're doing every single day, mate.
Thank you so much, buddy. Yeah, doing the best we can, right?
Yeah, totally, and that's the same as me. That's why I want to talk to you some other time. But I can see you shuffling in your seat. I can see how tired you are, mate, and I don't want to waste any more of your time. But I thought you needed to be put up and say you are doing everything, and you're an inspiration, brother.
Thank you so much, buddy. All right, hey, come on and join us on one of our discussion streams for Ukraine sometime. I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, I will do. I will do. Thanks a lot, man.
All right.
And
My bad. Hold on. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad. Come on back. I didn't mean to cut you off there. You're at the very end. I thought you said goodbye. My bad. My bad, 3Dom. Didn't mean to cut him off. I am about to go to sleep, though. I'm sorry, but I did not mean to cut you there at the very, very end. All right. Well, if you don't come on back, it's all good. It's no problem. All right. All right, we'll end it for the night. Thank you, 3Dom, for your kind words, and everybody. Join our Discord server. That does exist, and everybody that sent the super chats tonight that came through, thank you guys again. And that's what it is. It's just egregious, right? You guys that send the, and it is, and he's right when Enforcer Andrew's talking about the super chats are there to be able to support your creator and support your favorite creator, so that way we can do this and keep doing it, pay bills, etc. But the reason why people have an issue with it at all is because they make it a whole feature of the stream in the first place. And then during that, they talk shit during their super chat readings like they did tonight. So if you missed it, rewatch the stream I just did tonight. I posted clips. You can join our Discord server. Their stream, they do it for hours. So if you want to rewatch their stream's up and posted, so you don't just take my word for it. But that's my suggestion, is we do a public Discord call, public Discord conversation. They don't need to be on camera. If they don't want to be, they can just use their voice, and then we talk it out and hash it all out. But we can't do it privately now at this point. I don't want to do it privately, but we do a public talk in front of everyone, a separate stream, and get it over with, and then move on, and hopefully sing Kumbaya, and then everything's good. Would I want to team up with them? No. Do I want to like be buddy and friends with them? Absolutely not. But I would like to be at a point where we can be beyond this. And if they're unwilling to do that, then I will go the legal route. If they're going to keep doing this, if they quit this at this point, if this is when they're done alluding to my channel and not even saying who they're talking about and harassing in that sense, then I am going the legal route with military veteran lawyers that will help, so I can save some money, because I can't afford the long run legal battle big time. But I am going to do it though if they keep doing this. And then anything that I do win, or anything that I do get awarded, because this is like egregious here, public egregious harassment. But the shit that I'm doing, again, talking about their thumbnails, is not harassment. It's criticism, which everyone in the chat has the freedom to do so. All right. I'm going to bed now. I'll be live. I'll post at work at the state fair at about 11. I get there at 6, but I don't post until 11 because mostly everyone's asleep. So I try to post when people are awake, and I'll say, hey, good morning. I'm alive. I'm awake. Here we are. Going great. Stream tomorrow night. We'll cover the war. There's too much going on to take a night off from the war, even if it's just a little update. There's things happening, so we'll cover it. And then more gaming tomorrow night, Sunday. All right. Have a good night. Take care.